voice of the people, 90.3 FM. A very beautiful morning to you. And of course, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Good morning to you. Good morning. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. And of course, I'm set to give you all of the stories that I always give you every morning from the pages of a newspaper. Okay, it's front page actually. My name is Jude. In case you're just joining me for the very first time or you're just tuning in, all right, welcome. Okay, we're 90.3 FM. And we are your super dial, your mega dial, your super mega dial. Okay, let's do this together this morning. Today being the 11th day in the month of March 2025. All right, I will begin my journey from Daily Post newspaper this morning. Daily Post has got several headlines for us. Okay, let's look at them one after the other. Why retailers, marketers dump Dangote refinery petrol for import, according to stakeholders. Why retailers, marketers dump Dangote refinery petrol for import, according to stakeholders. And then to Rivers State now. Rivers, you are irrelevant. PDP knocks Okocha over call for Fubara's resignation and of course impeachment. You are very irrelevant. Very irrelevant. PDP knocks Okocha over call for Fubara's resignation and of course impeachment. Masob demands ban of mortuaries in Igbo land, says dead bodies disturbing. Masob demands ban of mortuaries in Igbo land, says dead bodies disturbing. We had stroke. Taraba government opens up on whereabouts of Deputy Governor Aminu Alkali. We had stroke. He had stroke. Taraba government opens up on whereabouts of Deputy Governor Aminu Alkali. VOPFM US House Republicans set up Tuesday vote to avert government shutdown. US House Republicans set Tuesday to vote in order to avert government shutdown. And then Trump's envoy Witkoff plans Moscow visit this week to meet Putin. Back to Nigeria now. Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway ready for inauguration in June. Nigerian Minister Umahi is the one who is saying that there. Hardship. Focus on poor, vulnerable Nigerians. Tinubu to governors and of course others. Trump revokes Biden's intelligence access. And then NAF airstrikes neutralize ISOP fighters, disrupt logistics chain in Borno State. Let's check up some political stories now. Purported Congress coming up this week. Illegal, criminal. Kogi SDP chairman Oricha is the one saying that. Purported Congress coming up this week is illegal. It's criminal. Kogi SDP chairman Oricha. Inordinate ambition destined to fail. Presidency reacts to Rufai's defection to SDP. Nothing has changed. Fayemi debunks defection rumor. Will not losing sleep over Rufai's defection. Kaduna APC. Rufai leaving APC for SDP makes no difference. Shehu Sani is the one who is speaking there. Okay. Then to Edo State, PDP, Governor Okwebolo in war of words over decline in IGR. PDP, Governor Okwebolo in war of words over decline in IGR. The Punch newspaper is next, everyone, with other bigger headlines. On defection to SDP, presidency, APC, knock Rufai, dismiss threat to unseat Tinubu. Is getting messier. 2027, sha. Okay. Ukraine to present US with Russia partial ceasefire deal. And then ICPC invite extortion commissioner over fraud allegation. Impeachment threat. Fubara vows to fight on as PDP warns weakest men. PDP criticizes Abdulrazak's leadership as governor reshuffles cabinet. Zamfara bandits not migrating to Kwara, says police. They are not migrating to Kwara, according to the police. And then moving on to some other stories, Supreme Court to decide Anyanwu's removal as PDP secretary. Soldiers rescue 75 civilians from Sambisa forest. Soldiers rescue 75 civilians from Sambisa forest. Natasha's suspension now. Senate rules out reversal. Akpabio queries suit. Natasha's suspension. Senate rules out reversal. Akpabio queries suit. And then NNPCL, Dangote refinery begin talk on Naira for crude contract. Oyetola, Adeleke's commissioners trade words over alleged 3.7 billion naira mismanagement. Let's check out some more quickly. Let's check out some more. I want to touch on some metro stories here quickly, maybe just few. Police rescue 27 kidnapped foreigners in Lagos apartment. 42-year-old arrested over wife's death in Akwa Ibom. 2 abducted NDDC workers rescued in Bayelsa. And then gunmen killed 84-year-old Anambra community leader. APC council chairmanship aspirant hacked to death in Lagos. Wow. Okay. PDP to inaugurate South-South Zonal Caretaker Committee on Thursday. Peter Obi not bad at all. Bashir El-Rufai makes a U-turn. Peter Obi not bad at all. Or Peter Obi not bad after all. Bashir El-Rufai makes a U-turn. PDP unveils South-South Zonal Caretaker Committee on Thursday. Edo government, PDP, trade blame over state's challenges. We are not disturbed by El-Rufai's defection to SDP, says Kaduna APC. And then Rivers crisis, resign or be impeached, Okocha tells Fubara. We'll emerge stronger despite challenges, Fubara assures Rivers people. Kano APC, NNPP crisis threatens 2027 election. Okay, everyone, let's leave here. Let's leave Punch newspaper and visit Vanguard newspaper. Check the time, 7:10 a.m. already. I removed fuel subsidy to protect unborn generation. Who is saying this? The president himself, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He says, I removed fuel subsidy to protect unborn generation. And then on suspension, Akpabio challenges court's jurisdiction to hear Natasha's suit. On Rivers crisis, APC factions at war over threat to impeach Fubara. Why we are running expansionary spending. Budget minister is saying that there. Now to 2027, APC will fail woefully and fall like a pack of cards. Ogboru is the one saying that there. APC will fail woefully and fall like a pack of cards. Ogboru speaks. I removed fuel subsidy to protect unborn generation, says President Tinubu. And then moving on, Naira appreciates to 1,570 Naira per dollar in the parallel market. Okay, let's see more. Edo PDP government bicker over Akwebulo's performance. And then governorship poll. Anambra will be walkover for APC. Anambra will be walkover for APC. Natasha Gate. They don't give him name. Goings on in the Senate. Unfortunate. Abamoro is the one saying that. Goings on in the Senate. Unfortunate. Abamoro. Experts to community pharmacists integrate AI for professional growth. And then as regards Ramadan talk, staying hydrated, nourished during non-fasting periods is something you might just want to grab and get to read. Now, to 2027, APC will fail woefully and fall like a pack of cards. Oboru speaks. And then I'm still in APC. Fire me. Let's see. Peter Obi is surprisingly not a bad person after all. Rufai's son is one speaking there. Everyone, you remember this story, right? Rufai's son and Peter Obi. Oh God. But now the story is changing. Peter Obi is surprisingly not a bad person after all. Rufai's son is the one speaking there. Let me give you some more stories, I beg. And then outside Nigeria first, we'll never be part of America. Canada's next prime minister tells Trump. We will never be part of America. Canada's next prime minister tells Donald Trump. 5 most expensive passports in the world. And then Canada opens door to family reunion to accept 10,000 parents' visa applications. All right. Tinubu tax, NLC, Afenifere, ACF, Ohanese, 196 others flawed NACs with memoranda. Okay, let's visit Daily Thrust for some more headlines quickly. Dangote, NNPCL, back to negotiation over Naira for crude deal. Rufai's defection, more bigwigs to leave APC. Who is saying that? We'll talk about that much later. Okay? And then to Kebbi State, Lakurawa kills 13 in revenge mission. Lakurawa kills 13 in revenge mission. 2 Chinese jailed for illegal mining in Kwara. Others arrested in Plateau. Then students block Lagos Ibadan highway over murder of LASU graduate. Federal government probes food quality in federal unity colleges. When you talk about food quality, I wouldn't want to say much about that because I've seen the quality of food that's been served in unity schools. See, let's not just go there. Let's forget about it. Fraudster who preys on beverage families remanded in Kano. Okay, I think, it's disappearing. Okay, it's back now. Fraudster who preys on bereaved families, remanded in Kano. To some more headlines, presidency lock horns with Catholic bishop says Nigeria moving in right direction. The question is, must presidency respond to everything? Just yesterday, Catholic bishops came out to say Nigeria is something should be done because Nigeria is sitting on now. Wow. And then presidency is coming out too. Okay. It's okay. It's fine. At this time, let me quickly join Rufai Oseni for his analysis. Top of the morning to you, Rufai. Good morning to you. Welcome.
Top of the morning to you, my brother. You see, I told you, when politics start to happen, you start to see people acting in their way and fashion. So, Rufai from PDP to SDP, to APC and SDP. In everywhere that he has gone, there's always a P there. Do you know the meaning of the P? Find P. That's the simultaneous equation today. P can be power. P can be personal interest. P can be anything. Find P. I said find P.
Okay.
That's just it. Find P. Have you ever found P?
P raised to power. The power of this power of power. Power. Oh.
I was talking to a top politician yesterday.
Okay.
He himself confirmed to me that there will be no coalition because the interests of all of these people are too much. And you see, with what all their selfish interests will do to them is they will easily make it easy for the president. Because every one of them want that power. None of them can come together. So none of them have the discipline the APC have in 2014 when PDP was their normal target. All of them want to be president at the same time. So they are not ready. In fact, a top politician told me, and you know me, I have my sources. In fact, let me push it for a top politician that a lot of people feel is part of the coalition was who spoke to me yesterday. And you know, when I talk my sources, you remember the Miranda case. My sources are not joking. Secondly, NMPC has now clarified that what they want to do is they want to negotiate new contract as regards the Naira for crude deal, because there was a story making around yesterday, I think on the cable, that was saying that they had stopped it. No, in fact, it was a 6-month initial deal, and the Naira for crude deal was supposed to be for 6 months, and it's supposed to terminate in March, so they want to renegotiate. But what are the drawbacks of the deal? You know, the deal was supposed to be part of the statutory 450,000 barrels. We're supposed to set aside from our production for local refinery. And out of that, they were supposed to give Dangote over 360-something thousand barrels. But the thing is, there's been lackluster performance. Dangote alone, since 2023 that it started, has imported or brought into its refinery rights 4 million barrels. This crude for Naira deal can only give us, just only to churn out 48 million barrels. So that falls short of what Dangote needs. In fact, this last month alone, Dangote could only get about 61,000 barrels from that thing. So majorly, Dangote is importing. So availability of crude is the problem. They have crude forward sales of over 8 billion, for till the next couple of years. And that's a problem on ground. So the question is, how do we ramp up production, to be able to make crude available to the local market? Because in all of this, when BUA comes on stream with his own over 100 to 200,000 barrel refinery, many couple of years down the line, then does it mean that we can't give them crude locally? Maybe they will have to go and be buying crude. So majority of the crude Dangote has been buying has been foreign. Most of his cargo has been foreign, because if out of 650,000 barrels per day, he was just only able to, in this last month, get about a threshold of 61,000 barrels. And that's a problem. That's a far cry. So let's say I pounds that. Let them even renegotiate it first. I mean, it has created some buffers, but how long will the buffer last if we don't ramp up production?
Okay.
That's it. There was budget day yesterday. It's a joint partnership between Arise and KPMG, where they were talking about the budget. And the minister was talking about inflation coming down. No, I don't think it's been coming down. No. In fact, it increased over the course of the December period. We're still waiting to get inflation data from last month. But the last numbers we did see, it did increase. In fact, it was a revaluation of the inflation numbers that didn't make it look like it's 24%. They rebased the way they calculate the inflation numbers. So I don't think if inflation is abating. Yeah, food prices coming down, but we're not seeing the knock-on effects on inflationary pressures. Food prices that is normally coming down are not packaged foods. Your packaged food is still on the high. So if you want to buy things like packaged semo and all of that, there are no big variation in the price. What is coming down are pretty much the grains and all of that, and it's always also for this the fearing of the fear for spoilage. That's another factor. That's why a lot of people are selling all their most of their commodities out and all of that. So that's another factor in the food prices going down. And also there was some literature I read that was talking about the fact that the federal government gave a window to be able to import food the last time. And maybe some of those food had come in. But the last thing I read about that project, that's why I'm a little bit nebulous about that argument in that literature, is the fact that they've not even been able to sort out the companies that will import the food in the first place.
Okay.
So we're at sea as to how that panned out, how much food that was imported through that platform. But it's normally your grains, that are really coming down. And it's quite commendable, I should say, at this time, because it's close to salad period and all of that. But price of some things like fruits are still on the increase. Your banana is still pretty much at the high threshold of prices. Your apples, your oranges, still pretty much, there's no abating in the prices of those things. Your price of grapes and things like that still pretty much. But the grains, yes, relatively coming down, rice and other things like that. So that's the one that is coming down. So that's the inflationary pressure, not so good. Not so good as regards inflation. And other things are also necessitating inflation. Hopefully, probably where we see the data that comes out from this fuel price reduction that Dangote has done, maybe we'll be able to see some good numbers come out of inflation. But I just like to put things, in perspective. Another story that is making the rounds that I'd like to talk about this morning is still the case of how the Air Force officers went to beat up, IKADC people, which is a very sad one. Today, Onikekwa Braithwaite was writing an article on the back in this day newspaper And she was talking about how a woman was assaulted. And the talk is about how women are assaulted. Today we are talking about Natasha. We are talking about Falake Shueto. This woman that she had risen to the highest height to be an emerging director of an electricity company. And all she was subjected to was a lot of torture, put in her boots, dehumanized, because of some officers that wanted power, and they are not ready to pay the over 4 billion debt for power. So these are the problems we keep seeing in society, and that's why we call on all and sundry, to be able to ensure that things pan out properly, and we need to have an ecosystem where rule of law is really expected, and people truly, believe in the rule of law. So, our Supreme Court has set aside judgment for Anyawu's to decide Anyawu's removal as PDP secretary. So that has been back and forth, and they've been in courts for a while as regards that. So let's see how that pans out. But anyway, the party had ruled before the Supreme Court. The party has said that Udo Okoye should continue before the Supreme Court, comes back to them. Secondly, they all went to break iftar yesterday with President Tinubu, and there was a picture of Fubara there getting in there. Everybody went to break iftar, with President Tinubu. So let's see how all of that pan out. Maybe we will talk about it, but I don't think Tinubu will want to put his mouth in their matter again, because he put his mouth in it before, and the agreement was not well enough. And I particularly felt that he just told Fubara to go and sign his death warrant, which it was a good thing he fought against it. Forget a lot of people that are now saying, Fubara lost in the end. You people were pushing. No, Fubara did the perfect thing. Fubara has stood this ground to fight. Forget the fact that the court rules in a certain way. A lot of people are already. I'm sure I read on this show how Chidi Odinkalu berated the judgment. So because the court favors some people does not mean that there's a great level of fairness in everything. The best thing Fubara will have done, that's what they have done. He has stood his ground. So if he invites them also for an invitation, it just shows the decency of the man called Fubara. So the naysayers that keep talking about the jargons and jaskele that they normally talk. No, the man has shown a great level of decency.
The APC chair was even telling Fubara to either resign or be impeached.
No. But there's been another letter regards that. So I got a letter from another man called Bekwe. The APC is also divided in River State, saying that Eni Okocha is an imposter. That he's not a real party chairman, that he has no right to talk. In fact, I got that letter this morning, a letter issued by Bekwe, that Tony Okocha has nothing to say. Fayemi is saying he's still in the APC.
Still in the APC.
Yeah, it was that a lot of people are declaring that I'm still here, I'm not going to join anybody. But Potter will still find his level. PC is politics. In the end, like I say, out of all these political parties, LP, PDP, APC, all of them, PPP, the P there, they keep saying party, or they keep saying people, or they keep saying progressive. All those things now lie. The P there is power. The P there is personal interest. All of these people are there for their personal interest. You saw the interview we had with Senator Kingsley Adeshe yesterday, where he was talking about how it's monitocracy we perpetrate.
Wow.
It's monitocracy. Is who is the highest bidder. That's why our politics have been bastardized. And that's why, too, we encourage the people, please, I know projects will have impoverished your life. They do it deliberately. They make you poor so that they can give you stipends during election. Shine your eye. Look for people that are trading your interests. Not people that, that will impoverish you to be able to get their way with you in the end and still continue the cycle of impoverishing you. But the funny thing is, these people, too, have become victims of this society that they've not made to grow. See, today, there are former senators that are begging for 1 million to pay their hospital bills in this country. Because they're also victim of a system that did not make to work then. So we all suffer it in the end, one way or the other. And see, no matter how much you steal, at the rate at which you spend the money, when you don't have anything tangible doing, the money will still fade away. That's why we keep saying, build quality hospital, build quality infrastructure, do health care that serves all, make a system viable and fit for purpose for all. so that you too will be able to benefit the system. If you have a very positive social buffer system, you will not need to steal. You will not need to steal. But they don't do these things, and it comes back to haunt them. There are past senators today that live for hand to mouth. There are past governors today that in their last days, they had to beg. They didn't have money to take flights.
Rufai,
You'll be shocked.
Rufai, you
Yes, sir.
mentioned power, P. And I want to also use that to look at, Rufai's ambition. I also read that some persons, some aggrieved Northerners might leave APC, anytime soon. And of course, some aggrieved Southerners alongside. Don't you think this guy is pulling a weight no one understands yet? Rufai.
I beg, forget Rufai. I tell you that. Forget Rufai. It's when it doesn't favor him, he pulls the weight he pulls. When it was favoring him, this was the same El Rufai that went all over the north and was campaigning in favor of Muslim tickets when everybody was saying it's not good for religious balance. It's because things didn't favor him. And let me tell you, one of the reasons why things fell apart, I'll tell you a quick story today. You know, when Nuhu Ribadu was having a back and forth, story time from my sources, when Nuhu Ribadu was having a back and forth as regards being the APC candidates in Borno State, in Adamawa State, it was said that for them to be able to have an agreement and just let Binani slide through, and a consensus was reached with Nuhu Ribadu to drop his court case because he had a strong court case against Binani after the APC primaries.
Okay.
So afterwards, Nuhu was promised something in this cabinet. Nuhu was given NSC. Once Nuhu was given NSC, because of the hitherto fight between Nuhu and El Rufai, I knew it was going to be difficult for El Rufai to pass security screening. So there's also the factor of the fight between both of them. And come to think of it, Nuhu and El Rufai were very close before. Nuhu were one of the frontline people that believed and supported El Rufai when he even started thinking about an ambition for president. It's not today El Rufai has been thinking about presidential ambition. Way back 2000 and something, 2010, 11, but he's just always been at this time. So for him, when I say forget about him, it's about his own personal interests. It's about his own personal interests. So if some people follow him, politicians will always have crowd. He has built some standing for himself, yeah. Didn't you see his son all of a sudden tweet yesterday that Peter Obi is not such a bad person? The same Peter Obi that they condemned. The same Peter Obi that El Rufai said arrested him in Anambra.
Rufai, that doesn't ring a bell?
See, the truth is, politicians will say anything. It does not mean that they are going to do a deal. So, you see, it's in the process of courting. Before you marry a woman, you have to date her first now. It's when you are dating, you talk. There's something called talking face, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So they are talking face, they are dating as we speak. So when you are dating, you will say good things about the person now. You compliment the woman. So him complimenting Peter Obi because all of them are, like they say in local spinning each other, dating each other now. It doesn't mean if his son compliments me, I don't see that as anything. But it's as long as it's his personal interest. I'm not saying Tinubu is the same. It's about Tinubu's personal interest. In the end, it's the person that plays the game better that wins. The game of manipulation, the game of conviction. And that's why I see the people must stand tall for their own person and look for the person that serves their interests. My brother, it is well.
Rufai,
don't worry. I know you want to hear more exclusive. I have to run. now.
Okay,
I'll be running by 7:30.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, let me leave you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Bless you, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
But everyone, we're not done yet. We're not done. Hold on. There are some questions Rufai couldn't answer or didn't want to answer, maybe because of his time. I want to bring in a former commissioner of police who is a political enthusiast. I mean, he's rich when it comes to, politics, when it comes to analyzing political issues in Nigeria. All right? He was one time commissioner of police in Oyo State. His name is Chuks. All right? Retired though. I always love to hear his side of the story. Everyone, just stay with me now. Let me get across to CP Chuks and also get his side of the story. CP Chuks is here already. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you, Kami Judy, and to the listeners.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. First of all, let me start from where I stopped with Rufai Oseni. Rufai has finally left the APC, and then the statement from the APC is like, we're not even looking at you at all. I mean, in fact, I think Kaduna APC came out to say that they are not losing sleep at all over the defection of Rufai. And then, what's his name now? The presidential advisor, he's saying inordinate ambition is destined to fail. All right, he's referring to Rufai. But then, some persons are now saying that SDP might be the Labour Party of 2023 in 2027. CP, are you not seeing things going that way?
Whatever combination and permutations we look at, you see, like I have always said it, politics is dynamic. We don't know who and who will move into SDP or those who exit SDP until the cloud becomes clearer, especially towards next year, middle of next year, where many of those political parties will be, parading their presidential flag bearers. That is where and when we'll know what the strength of the SDP will be like. But for now, with Rufai going to SDP, it's absolutely no news because, like I had said earlier, Rufai does not have electoral value.
Oh, really?
In the sense that, yes, in the sense that in the two in Kaduna, it was the umbrella of Muhammadu Buhari that made him to get through the two elections. And then even in the 2023, when it was time for him to exit, you can see the result of APC vis-a-vis the main opposition party in Kaduna then, and still now, which is the PDP. PDP got APC beaten hands down in presidential election. And if you look at the senatorial elections too, APC was just behind PDP in senatorial. And even in House of Reps, PDP led in Kaduna. Then the rest was shared between APC and Labour Party. So where is that strength that is making too much noise?
You feel Rufai is making too much noise, but let's look at it critically. I've gathered from some people, for some quarters, that a whole lot of some of these bigwigs might retire, might get back to the SDP. That is, people will leave the APC, leave the PDP, leave the Labour Party, leave the NNPP to SDP. SDP is now going to be a party that everyone will be looking up to. That's one. Two, Rufai visited Muhammadu Buhari recently. He visited Kwara State, what's his name? Bukola Saraki recently. And some other persons. He's been going on the ground doing a lot of things. This is a man who was part of those who built the APC in 2014. Those who ousted Jonathan then. Now, but then for you think he's a paperweight. He has
no weight. He has absolutely no. All those things are noise, as far as I know. When the time comes, when we do the test run, you come to call me back and reconfirm what I have just said. He was using umbrella and canopy of those who were the frontliners, people like Muhammadu Buhari then. Now that Buhari is no longer there, why wouldn't he stay to continue to maintain the stronghold of APC in Kaduna State? because he knows he has no capacity to do that. So let us see the magic he's going to do in SDP. There's nothing wrong in him visiting elder statesmen. He can go from Buhari. If he likes, let him go and visit Jonathan too and Obasanjo. Those things cannot change anything. It can't change the equation. When the chiefs are down, then you come to see that the gladiators will always show their strength. And I don't see him being part of the gladiators. He's not part of them at all. He has no capacity to do that. He does not command grassroots, followership and all that. So he's only making noise as far as I am concerned.
The president, there's this quote now, snatch it and grab it and then run away with it. Don't you think Rufai understands this language too? Because according to, what he's doing right now, all he wants is to make sure that this administration is ousted by all means possible.
You see, to snatch it, grab it, and run away with it, it entails a lot. You must have the financial muscle. Does he have the financial muscle to do that? I don't think so. That's why I say those who are dressed in borrowed robes.
So it's about having a very huge financial muscle.
Yes, you have to. You have to have that war chest of funds and cash resources, because those who are the foot soldiers that will do the job for you need to be properly mobilized. And apart from them, the masses too that will be part of it will equally be mobilized. Where does Rufai have that kind of fund? Meanwhile, the EFCC has been chasing him around as alleged concerning some billions, hundreds of billions of funds or naira that he diverted for you. He cannot properly account for on how he disbursed those funds. He has that one to contend with. When people make too much noise sometimes, they need to look around and look at their background, where they are coming from and where they are going to, so that they will make things worse for them at the nick of time. I'm sure before that election now, if they want to deal with him, EFCC will start looking at all the corners. And ICPC may pick up their own file, if there is any, and dust it. So if he wants to play the game, he needs to lie low and do his things codedly and quietly.
Finally, on Rufai, don't you think some Nigerians are ready to queue behind him, no matter what, just to make sure this administration is, a thing of the past? This administration is pushed out of the way.
They don't have enough strength. That is what I've been trying to say. They can't muster that followership. It is difficult. And the masses, there's that apathy now on the part of the masses. They have learned a lot. They've learned so much lessons. They are interested in how they will survive the next day. The hardship is so much. The hunger in the land is all over. So those people are thinking more in that direction than to be deceived by somebody they know will not lead them anywhere. Possibly they are seeing him as a desperado who was only selfish and interested in what he's going to get out of the system. That's the way they see him. And apart from him, so many of the people, the ruling class, who are in the leadership position, they also see them like that.
Okay, CP, what you're saying in essence is Rufai is not a threat to presidency, because I will ask you this same question again. Later, I would ask you.
He cannot be a threat to the existing system. Yes, he's only a beneficiary who is only desperate because the position he was looking at was not given to him. That's the ministerial position.
Okay.
Yes.
I removed fuel. Moving on quickly, I removed fuel subsidy to protect unborn generation. Tinubu, any comment on that?
Well, that's the best thing. Yes, very correct. The pain is there for now, but that is the reality all the while the downstream oil sector had been deregulated. Why will you be paying subsidy to sustain it? And the subsidy is not as if you have a surplus economy. You have been on deficit, you have been owing, you've been borrowing. Will you continue to borrow to subsidize? And ultimately, you find out that there has been a cartel and cabal who will benefit from this subsidy thing while bringing it in. Some are giving false information that they have brought this when they didn't bring them. They'll collect money. Those who are the local ones, local champions, who collect it and take it to other countries like Cameroon, Chad, Niger, Benin Republic, and even to Central African Republic, and sell them at higher prices and be making so much money for themselves. All these things were having a very serious effect on the economy. So now that it has been nothing like subsidy again, whatever you buy, you bring, you sell under competitive market price, then I think that's something good. We are picking up from there. The other area we need to focus now is how to guarantee security, improve it, and put emphasis on production, especially in area of agriculture, and revitalize the industries. Then the economy will begin to boom again. That's what will give confidence to international and institutional investors to think of Nigeria as a destination, because we have the population here. The market is here.
Let's go. Two more questions to go. First one is from your state, Anambra State.
Yes. Okay.
Anambra will be walkover for APC. Yes or no? What's your thoughts on that statement?
Well, the answer is no, because there's an incumbent who is determined to retain that seat at all costs. So if at the end of the day APC is lucky to get it, then they should go for Thanksgiving. But it's not just an easy walkover. It's not. Even power of ruling party or incumbency at the center may not work.
Okay.
Yes, that's why APGA had been there since Ojukwu floated that party in 2003.
All right.
Yes.
Finally, the federal government has marked 942 billion naira for headcount for this year. I mean, is it this
Census.
year or huh? What'd you say?
Census.
Yeah, population census, of course. Now, some persons are saying, see, we cannot have a complete head count in this country. The wuru is too much, whether for political reasons or whatever reasons. What do you think, CP?
No, that answer is
Can it
correct.
ever be accurate in Nigeria?
It cannot be accurate in Nigeria because there is dishonesty across board. There is no sincerity of purpose, starting from the top to the last. You see, like you said, those who are doing it, one, for both political and two, economic reasons. You see, for the fact that revenue allocation and whatever disbursement of funds to the 3 tiers of government is based on certain factors, not just by the number of states, but by the population, the parade to command or to have. You will obviously see a flawed census because a lot of them will now continue to doctor the figures and enlarge it so that when the revenue allocation is coming, it will be enlarged. So that's one major factor which is working seriously against us. For us to get a credible census, unless we bring international people to come and drive it, or if we are driving it, there will be technical partners and follow it religiously to be sure that Wuru will not be part of it. And at the end of the day, they should also do their own independent reports on what and how the census had gone. So if we are to do it ourselves, the way we've been doing our elections, you will see stories upon stories upon stories at the end of the census exercise.
CP,
or leave it.
CP, thank you.
Yes.
Tomorrow, let me just. I would ask you a question tomorrow. It's as regards you. How far so far? You've been How many years did you serve again as a commissioner?
I served for 34 years, 2 months, and 3 weeks in the police. Yes.
We'll talk about.
And I was a commissioner of police between 2019 and 2022.
Thank you.
When I exited.
One of these days, I think I would love to touch something. Yeah. Thank you, CP.
I am available.
Thank you, CP.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. All right. Now, everyone, as regards census, right? Do you know that since 1931 till date, we have not had a credible head count in Nigeria? Yes. It has always been rigged in favor of a particular tribe. So it is not only INEC that allegedly rigs election results. Nigerian Population Commission is also in the business of rigging census. Yeah, and of course, census results. So for those who don't know, census is not just knowing how many we are in Nigeria. It has a lot of economic and political importance, which makes it a very, very serious business. Today, by 10:30, I will once again bring in Peter Anosike, who spent years and years researching on these issues, to come and talk more on it. You know, those who have bought his book, 100 Years of Amalgamation, Igbos, What Hope in Nigeria, and has read, what he said in the book, will agree with me that he is an authority on the matter, because there is no other book anywhere that has talked about the fraud in census more than this book, 100 Years of Amalgamation, Igbos, What Hope in Nigeria. He said a lot in that book. It is on chapter 8, page 114 of the book, and he titled it The Charade Called Nigerian Census. All right? As I said, he will be here by 10:30. We have a lot to talk about as regards census. They talk saying, Kano, the Kano population always the past Lagos population. If you go to the internet, when you check it out, you also find out that according to Anosike, when I read the book, there is an arrangement that the most populous state in the north should not be. The most populous state in the south should not be much more than the most populous states in. Let me leave it there. By 10:30, Anosike will be here with me, and we'll get to talk about all of this. All right? You will hear from the horse's mouth yourself. And of course, I will open up the studio lines. Everyone, feel free to join the conversation, okay? Just tag people, call someone, call the other person. Let's talk. This is our country, Nigeria. VOP 90.3 FM. Don't forget that we're streaming across all of our social media platforms. Feel free to join me on YouTube. Just go to the search bar and type VOP 90.3 FM. VOP 90.3 FM. And then to the comment section, let's get your views, your comments, your observation, your query alongside, okay? Just feel free to do that. And then our WhatsApp portal is also open for all of your messages. 081-717-56338. 081-717-56338. I want to start taking your calls, but that will be just right after this. Stay there.
When long throats don't make you chop as belleful, waka quick back to nature like our old mama and papa demo. Now the bitter with them food bitter, they wake up mouth and stomach to begin walk on top the food to waka seredi werere.
Yo bitters they clean body inside out. If body no get dirty, the immune system go work well. Yo bitters they buy waist pain, constipation, and it get correct vitamins them to make body they gym. Yo bitters.
E no get alcohol. Na Ablat Nigeria Limited maker. Yo Organics 9 the distributor. We there for Facebook and Instagram at Yo Bitters NG. Yo Bitters.
It be pangba medicine for the family.
It gets one abba powder. What's strong kakaraka? What's in the name? Domin abba powder.
Domin Herbal Powder is your #1 immune booster for general well-being. It also helps people with high blood pressure, diabetes, and all other chronic diseases. Domin Herbal Powder is organic. Just add a teaspoonful into a small cup of hot water and drink in the morning before meals and evening after meals. Domin Herbal Powder is available in all pharmacies and herbal shops in Nigeria. For bulk purchase, visit Obed Israel Enterprise Nigeria Limited, B33 Jigawa Plaza Trade Fair Market, or Rich Priest Pharmacy, 21 Afolabi Street, Tipa Garage, Egbe, Lagos, or Solid Sycamore Pharmaceutical Limited, 9 Ehi Street, Ijesha, Surulere, Lagos. For more information, call 0704 591-7000 or for Ghana 054-31-58195. Domin Herbal Powder is not for persons below 12 years, not for pregnant and nursing mothers. Domin Herbal Powder for your overall well-being.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Now, 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. If you're reaching me from outside Nigeria, just use the WhatsApp number to make it easy for you. All right? My name is Jude. Do move away from your radio set or turn down the volume so we can hear each other. Just about 2 minutes for everyone. Let's begin with you. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Yes, good morning to you. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Peter Monse is my name from Shomolu.
Welcome.
It's only that we cannot bring the biblical stories into politics. I would have liked to liken what the CP said, that Rufai is the featherweight or it doesn't have weight at all. Do you remember the story of Goliath and David? A lot of people were afraid of Goliath. Oh, Goliath has all the tactics. Goliath has been fighting. He has all the armors. He has everything. And even the Israelites were afraid of Goliath. When David wanted to go there, no, don't try it or don't go there. Even the king was afraid. And David said, I go in the name of the Lord. What did he do? Did he defeat the Goliath with all those armaments? He did that. Only that may not play out in politics. I would have said, look, the coming election of 2027, I will beg Nigerians, the elders that are living comfortably, the elders that have made their money. I think we should change the song. We should change the narrative. To tell the Nigerian people, if you are hungry, if you are suffering, if you know that you can't have electricity again, since APC came and since the Tinubu came, come out and vote. If we can stand on that and remove judiciary, then remove INEC hanky-panky job. Remove the forces, police force and the military. That is where the power of APC is. And that's where Tinubu is hitting on. Not to use it, but to talk about the vote of Nigerians. I am telling you, I want to show the line of the man that said APC will fall like a pack of cats. They have already fallen. They have fallen. And now Tinubu is telling me that he removed the subsidy to save the generation unborn. What of the generation that are already born, that are already living? So they must die. You must kill them. Okay, how do you preserve the generation unborn? You remove subsidy, you don't build any refinery, you remove the subsidy, there is no steady electricity, you don't build any power station, you remove the subsidy according to you, schools cannot function. You remove subsidy, those are not good. So tell me what you are keeping in place for the generation unborn. So the point remains that you remove the subsidy, you are still borrowing. You remove the subsidy, you tell us we are still paying subsidy. Tell me the rationale. Tell me the benefit of removing the subsidy. All these are political talk. So, for me, FTC has gone. Nigerians come out and vote. You voted in 2023. You rejected FTC and Tinubu in 2023. You did that because 15 million votes, you vote against them. Only 8 million. Then judiciary carry the results and give to them. We can do it again, and we will do it. Because the hungry people and the angry people,
hello?
All those forces I talked about, APC has fallen.
Okay.
I hope you have heard me.
Yes, I've heard you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Peter Amonse. We do more calls at this time. Just make sure you move away from your radio set, okay? Thank you, everyone. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Jude.
Good morning. Good morning.
My name is Mayor from First.
Let's go quickly.
From what your guest CP said this morning, saying that Tinubu, in line with what Tinubu said about subsidy removal, I would have loved to ask the CP, in all fairness, in truthfulness, even to ask the Tinubu that said it, has subsidy been removed? Is the government not still paying subsidy if subsidy has been removed, why are they still borrowing? Why can't we see the benefits of subsidy removal? Those are political talks, and it won't take us anywhere.
Okay.
Like the last speaker said, I think the best thing for Nigerians to come out the way they did in 2023 and vote massively and wait for that person that will come and grab and snatch. The person must be gathered and lynched. Anybody that wants to come and grab and snatch and run away, Nigerians will wait with the person.
Thank you.
Enough of all these shenanigans.
All right.
Politics on everything, telling us stories. Enough of these people are suffering and dying and saying you are saving from body election. What of the ones that are alive? Are they going to survive the next 2 years? It's nonsensical. Thank you. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your call. Let me take this call now. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name?
Hello?
Good morning. Okay, I don't think you're ready for us. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kamijede.
Good morning.
You can calling you from the Southern Kingdom.
Welcome.
Yes, now, I want to say this, and I'm begging with Peter Obi to be very, very careful because of all these people coming to meeting. Rufai that was saying that Peter Obi cannot be the president is not going now, meeting all other political bigwigs for his selfish interest. We shouldn't be surprised if it is even the APC that is sending him to do this so that he can even take more weight for Tinubu come 2027. It's all about politics. The APC has seen that Nigeria is moving in the right direction, which we know is all like. We know how these people come into this power through deceit, propaganda, lies, and all those things that are not going to Nigeria. How can you say that you remove subsidies for the generation unborn? Since May last year or thereabout, this government is making 1 trillion naira per every month, according to what they said. As long as they remove subsidy, they are saving 1 trillion naira. If you can calculate all those trillion naira up to today, I think we should come up to about maybe about 12 or 18 trillion naira. And yet they are still going. What are they using all this money for? What are they using all this money for? For their selfish interest. They are just using the money to do what? To play politics. We are watching and we are waiting. Come 2027, I know Nigeria will rise up to the occasion.
Thank you.
They should be careful.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, Jide, good morning. My name is Innocent. I'm coming from Amuwodo of State.
Good morning.
Please, I say now, you see how Nigeria have turned themselves into. Because when you are looking at somebody now who is valuing P2B, is now Rufai's son. And Nigerians have not seen the game coming up that 2031 is where this man is targeting, which is Rufai. And he is now helping somebody to bring like 2 or 3 South to drag with South people so that they will scatter it and the biggest offer will still win. And when he win, mean that 2031 now will be used to maybe to pay him back. So Nigeria should be wise enough to know when your enemy are starting singing hallelujah for you, mean that something is going to be coming up for this. So Nigeria should be wise. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Nigeria should be wise. That's what you said. I'll be reading your messages alongside now. Okay? Shortly, I'll be doing that. But let's do this first. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is CP Chuks from Ojo.
All right.
I totally disagree with your statement analysis. Now, everybody is speaking from the mind of ordinary Nigerians. We need to find out in this hard time. For me, everybody and the Atiku and Obi and the other parties should be managed together and remove 2027. This is the best interest for ordinary Nigerians because we know what are suffering. This is my option. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jude. Itami Jude.
Good morning to you.
My name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abana Jenikoto.
Talk to us.
I
We can hear you.
this. All sides, all views. Concerning Charles Soludo, the governor of Anambra State. The election there cannot be a walkover for APC. In fact, I believe that Soludo will still win that election due to his incumbency and for what he has done or what he's doing in Anambra State. Although, if he would have in fact lost the election because of the obedience factor, but because LP is in disorder at the moment, they are not united. That is why Charles Soludo will still win that election. So forget about APC. As for Natasha Gates, Natasha should be humble enough to be sober to write a letter apology to the Senate if she wants to come back. Because the 6-month suspension is with a caveat. And the caveat is that if she apologizes, that suspension could be reduced. So the court has nothing to do with that. And that is on misconduct. We are talking about her gross misconduct on the floor of the Senate. But on the that is sex harassment issue, I still believe that she's going to lose in the court because that will be subjected to forensic examination. And she lacks that. It still happened in 2023. So she's just a second thought. She knows that very well. So in both cases, she's going to lose. One, she has to be sober and write letter of apologies to the Senate for reason to be for the suspension to be reduced.
Thank you.
Then finally, on River State, I believe that Fubara, will be in fact impeached. If not, in fact, if he does not play to the rules, and what are the rules? The Supreme Court judgment has said so. That is final. The Supreme Court judgment is final. So we are no more looking for political solutions. The time of political solution has passed. The time of political solution was when the president weighed in when he was invited to Abuja, when Peter Gili took him to Abuja, and he now failed. And that was where, in fact, he failed.
All right, thank you, Peter.
Because he now went to withdraw. He said that is the initial, the initial something that is saying that the 27-man assembly, he will do that something that.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm a little bit confused, but let me be clear that he has, please, to resign honorably.
Okay, thank
Otherwise,
you.
he's impeached.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Kamijide.
Yeah, good morning.
Madam, you need to call it from Magic.
Welcome.
If they remove Fubara, this Fubara, Peter Osifo, go and take the seat. Go and be the governor of River State so that your mind will be at peace. You'll be enemy of progress. You'll be enemy of Fubara. Because of which you cannot say truth. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Ben from Eva.
Okay.
Tinubu is far much better than Rufai. You understand? His political calculation, Tinubu should not succumb to all those their conditions. So if it is to go for 4 years, let Rufai take over in 2031. Tinubu should not never ever agree for them to use it. Because what Rufai is targeting, you know what this man did in Southern Kaduna, I'm afraid of him, honestly speaking. Tinubu is 100 times better than Rufai. The better will be suffering what Tinubu is doing now. This one is an extremist. I don't even care about collecting power from Tinubu. That is not my concern. What we want is somebody that will fix this country and fix it forever. If it is for Rufai to come in, if it is it is better. The Rufai will never rule this country. Jesus' name, amen. If they want to count this country, this population, any population, they should go and meet a population. planned everything. They should not just bench this thing, just like Humphrey Moose that conducted 1993 election. What else the men could have done? And if you are talking of counting Nigeria, you should remember those in diaspora. They are Nigerians also. Everybody must be counted. And they should do it with intelligence. And the Tinubu should drop the 250 billion naira. They have squandered. No reason. They don't go anywhere. About what money they already gave to them. They said that one has gone before the Buhari suspended it. You understand? So what I want to tell Nigerians is that it is not subsidy removal that we are suffering. What we are suffering is what is happening at the seaports.
All right.
From 5 million, please give me 30 seconds. From 5 million to bring a 40 container, now it's 30 million. That is why prices of things are high. Farmers cannot access their farmland. During the time of Buhari, farmers access their farmland. Dollars was how much that time? Now dollars is 1,005. Electricity, no more. Industries have left. That is what we are suffering in Nigeria. It is not subsidy removal alone. It is not subsidy removal we are suffering. What we are suffering now is that high revenue. Tinubu is overtaxing the industry. So many of them are run, and there is no power again. Let it reduce power tariff and let there be power. Industries have power. All those ones that run away, they will come back. The revenue is charging all these industries are too much. That is what is making things to be too expensive in Nigeria. It is not subsidy removal. Tinubu should stop deceiving us.
Thank you.
They said that Tinubu is the master strategist. Why is it that he cannot fix the economy?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Please.
All right. Yeah.
I want to ask.
Okay.
So much.
Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
Please, I want to ask Peter Sifu. I want to ask him, why is it he's always against the masses? Why is it he's always with the government that is treating the masses like this? I want to just ask that man, since I've been listening to VOP, that man is a contributions have not one day, favored the masses. Why are they paying him? Are they paying him? Is federal government paying Peter Sufe? Or if they impeach Kubara now, is he going to? They'll put him there. On Natasha, Senator Natasha, if he wants to take her position there, what is wrong with that man? That man should fear God, you.
It's okay.
That man should fear God. There is God, you. That man remember that one day he will stand before God and give account. All this is contributions. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Let's visit your messages at this time. All right, Mazu Gochuku is saying, I commended George that resigned from handling Nnamdi Kanu's case because of his integrity. He's commendable. Akpabio should be removed as Senate President because he doesn't have the qualities. Okocha's statement lacks quality in Rivers. All right, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you. Benjamin from Shogunle. All we want in Nigeria is better life. To me, Nigeria looks like a captured state where things are happening in a negative way and we are not moving on. I keep asking, where are the civil society organizations? Where are the human rights activists? Where are the action group? If the defection by Rufai, I think you want to say, is what will save Nigeria from becoming one-party system, is most welcome. Selling of crude in dollars to local refineries should be resisted. How can we all be trading in currency that is not ours in our country? If that is the case, our gari, yam, beans, and other food items should be sold in dollars, not only oil. Shameless NNPCL, who are bent to punish Nigerian masses. Benjamin from Shogunle sent that message. Thank you. The ill removal of fuel subsidy by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the reason behind the massive hunger and poverty we are experiencing today. It was so unfortunate that the president did not wait to get to the office or even listen to the advisors before making that terrible mistake that fuel subsidy is gone. As a matter of fact, he should come out again and tell Nigerians that his statement has failed him and that fuel subsidy is now back. Please, what are you trying to say? You sent this message yesterday, all right? Nigerians are not serious people. Patriotism demands we buy products from Dangote refinery to save dollars and protect the local refinery. Where is the product Mele Kyari claims our refineries are producing? We must stop governance by lies and propaganda. The GMD NNPCL must be made to account for his actions or resign. Osun YJ from Shasha. Thank you. Osun Morale, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see what Franco Nero is saying. He sent this message from the United States of America. He said, Rufai supervised and the persistent killing of a lot of people in Kaduna, especially in southern Kaduna. Nigerians should just be on alert regarding his defection to SDP. Meanwhile, APC will only will woefully in 2027 if the opposition pulls together rather than the pursuit of their personal agenda. Canada will never become the 51st state of the USA. Trump and his agents of whatever chaos and total and complete disaster. Please mind what you say, okay? Please. Complete disaster and that is wreaking havoc of over 8 decades of world order led by the USA. Nigerians must begin to choose the best of us to rule the rest of us to get the best from us. May God help and heal our land. Franco Nero from the United States of America. Thank you so much. And Dan, what's your name? Prince Ayotek from Arena Market is saying, greetings to you. Peter Obi is the only one that can rescue Nigeria in these from this quagmire that APC has put us. Mr. President should talk about the people that he rules, not unborn generation. If the people that you are leading die finish, according to him, where will he have the unborn generation? Rufai's son is now confused. This is the person who condemned Peter Obi. If there is free and fair election, Obi will win without measure. Let them release Mazi Kanu. Thank you so much. If you're sending voice message, please, I don't listen to voice message. I read text messages. All right? I'm sorry. Good morning, my VOP family. My name is Ibezim from Ojekwele Market, Ladipo. This APC government is killing Nigeria. Small. Look at what they are doing in Rivers State. They want to dominate everywhere. Until INEC and judiciary give the right people chance to govern Nigeria, this country can never move forward. Please, let them release Kanu. All right. And then what are you saying now? Obi shouldn't make a mistake to allow Rufai and Son use him to gain their political ambition in Nigeria. Obi, if you don't remember anything, remember how LP woman leader died in Kaduna because she mobilized support, or she mobilized people to support you and Labour Party. Rufai is not fighting to deliver Nigerians, but himself and family. He will be worse than Buhari and what now? Buhari and co. Mama Ann sent that message. All right. Okay. What's your name? Let's look at this one. The one. Amechi from Mark Fuluku is saying, good morning to you. I totally agree with Rufai and former CP Chuks about Rufai. Rufai has always been an opportunist and pretender. He has no political followership and grassroots support. He is a complete ethnic and political bigot. All he is doing now will lead him to political oblivion. Very soon, he will realize he has been forgotten. Rufai wants to test his mic concerning his own popularity, and he will be surprised what the outcome will be. May God save our land. Thank you, Amechi. Appreciate that. Good morning. Nigeria needs fuel subsidy for survival. What government needs is active supervision, not suffering citizens because they don't want to be too busy. Abiola from Ikoto. And he now said government should please give more concentration to insecurity. It has long stayed. When will it be over? All right. Thank you for that message. Okay, let me see what you're saying. Good morning. Dane Day from Surulere. I agree with the gentleman that spoke on Rufai. Rufai's issue this morning. He's a toothless bulldog. Backing. Right? Okay. Good morning. Since the day... okay. Okay, let me read it. Good morning. Since the day they entered CP Chuks' house in Lagos, from the day up until now, CP Chuks have not said the truth. And no, you know, consign us now. They're going way from what we're discussing. Do you believe that people listening to your radio stations are what? And now, yes, now you have to mind what you say on the national radio, okay? They get the way they argue, not before radio, now newspaper stand before they argue. With na radio, you will mind what you have to say. And that's so it be. Thank you. Obi is a boy. I built Lagos. I will build Nigeria. I will make 1 naira equal to $1. I will feed the school children 3 times a day. I will build 3 refineries every year. I will provide steady electricity. I will build good roads. Last, nothing. Now only mouth. Baba gets nothing to offer. Casey Onoha or Joe Alaba sent that message. All VOP families are hereby Dadiki, make I read this message. No, I'm not gonna read them. Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. Okay, Peter Obi will win alone. Rufai is on his own. Samuel from Ajao Estate sent that message. Okay, let me just take 2 more, and I'm good to go. Good morning. It is because Dangote is reducing his pump price that they want to start selling to him in dollar so that he won't edge out the importers of fuel in the price game. They don't care about Nigeria. All they care is their selfish gains. As for APC, they shouldn't forget that PDP boasted of staying in power for 80 years. And we now know what happened later. They should prioritize the people's welfare than their selfish ambition. From Chief Udo, thank you so much. Forget about whether Rufai is strong or not. Nigerians should come out to vote out APC and its wicked leadership that is tormenting Nigerians at present. They are Agberos in power. Where is Peter Obi to come to our rescue? We are ready to vote for you again. Billy from Ikotum sent that message. This Solomon from Owuroshoki. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. It's time to go. Adibo is here. Adibo, I'll just have 1 second for you this morning. 1 second for you to just tell us way forward in Nigeria, because as it be now, it's in your hand. Talk to us.
It's in my hand. Huh? To change Nigeria, I don't understand. You say it's in my hand. How? I don't understand.
You get voter's card, yes or no?
Yes, I have voter's card, of course.
So you know in your hand.
2027 now. I'll vote the person of my choice. The person I know that can change this country.
Verify. I mean,
what did you say? I had Rufai has left APC to SDP, and the son has started praising P2B.
This life.
Anyway, P2B as an Igbo man, I trust him. Let's leave all those praises. Leave them.
That's what I tell people.
They're just using it as an avenue, to seek for support for the dad. That's what that guy, is Rufai's son. He's not using it to draw support to his father, who just left APC. Why did he leave APC? Because the national cake did not reach him.
I tell you, say this in your hand. You really talking like say.
No. Assuming they gave him one post. Assuming they gave him, or even they appointed him as a minister under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Will he leave APC? No. Because at the end of the day, in fact, what they did to him at the screening day was so embarrassing. And at the end of the day, he started to leave APC.
Some people still will tell you, don't joke with Rufai, no matter how you think.
Yes, so even there was a story I read this morning.
Now people will make APC with this.
Yes, many of his supporters. I heard that many of his supporters now are leaving APC to join SDP. Yes, but only Rufai cannot do it.
People will leave PDP. People will leave NNPP. People will leave APC. Join SDP.
But now he's wooing Mazi P2B. Yes, because now, he knows what he know now. That one now one riot.
If you don't take time, you go hear say Atiku self don't cross.
Yes, there is
this politics in Nigeria.
Yes, there is this coalition there. They want to form this coalition. Rufai,
you think the North will just open eyes looking at
now they want to drag P2B because they know that if you can be able to get this man, guy, matter don't finish.
Forget it.
I'm telling you.
Once you have Peter Obi, you have the entire southeast.
Even south.
You have south.
Bagam.
You have part of the southwest.
Then Rufai and Atiku will get the north. Then part of southwest, Lagos, Peter Obi one Lagos, one Abuja. What you call remain?
I remember. I remember recently. Rufai went to meet Buhari. You know how many votes Buhari get for last election? Is it 12 million or so votes? He also met Saraki.
He also met Rauf Aregbesola. What is his name? Bakari.
All the aggrieved APC members. He's meeting them back to back.
Yes. So
from
now,
east, west, north, and south.
Now you see Atiku, Obi, Rufai. Then if finally, Kwankwaso should not join.
Forget it.
Otilo.
Forget it.
Otilo.
What Nigerians are saying is that, you see, this country, people know they care how. They just want this government to leave.
They just want
whoever,
like,
however you want to go. Like the time of Goodluck Jonathan. They were saying, let him just leave. Anybody can come.
Thank you. But as it is now, they can even say, Adibo, come and be the president.
No, they can even say, Jude, come and be the president.
Come and be president.
Come and be the president. Jude should come and be the president.
So they don't even mind.
Adibo can be vice president. With these few words of mine, everyone, I want to tell you that I'll be having Peter Anosike by 10:30 a.m., and we have a lot to talk about. Ego loud, ego big. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. On social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Just go and type IKAMIJUDEH. IKAMIJUDEH. One word. I love you so much. I'll catch you by 10:30. Join me again. Good morning, Nigeria.